Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of QG Diaries, a program on Quranology Television QGTV. Today marks day 7 or the first week of Ramadan 2015, and as usual we have another question for us to ponder. The question is, who is the messenger or the Rasul? Who is the Rasul? In traditional Islamic discourse, the details of the messenger's life are recorded in the books of Hadith or the books of Sirah, and they act as a source for us to understand how the messenger lived. However, Quran does not have these biographical details, and the reason is Quran is a universal text. It's not localized to any particular time, space, or culture. This being the case, how do we understand the concept of the messenger from Quran itself? I would say we should look at all the verses containing the word Rasul, and therefore we can come to understand the role of the messenger. The first thing we should note is that there are messengers from among the angels and among people. So these agencies of God, if you will, they pass us the message on a daily basis, and this is how we come to understand how God sees life in general. Another thing we should note is that the severance, if we cut off Allah and the messengers, what happens is that we do not have a way of understanding life. We do not have a way of understanding the divine providence. Now, this does not mean that if you don't choose the Islamic religion, you are a disbeliever. No, Quran does not have that. Rather, Quran mentions a multiplicity of paths for us to follow. If you look at chapter 29, verse 69, it says that whoever strives under the aegis of Allah, Allah will guide him to his paths in plural. And this is for the doers of good. So it is actually inextricably linked with doing good. It's a very universal text. What is the role of messengers? Well, in chapters 2 and 3 of Quran, we will find the blueprint of the human utopia. Each chapter handles the blueprint in different ways, but they have a number of things in common. But the one thing we wish to focus on today is that they explicate the role of the messengers. Now, if you look at chapter 2, verse 129, chapter 2, verse 151, and chapter 3, verse 164. So I'm just going to formulate what it says because we don't have that much time. The first thing is it has the idea of tilawatul ayat. So the messenger, being the leader of the people, he is a reflection of the signs of Allah, tilawatul ayat. In other words, his personality reflects that of Quran. And we can see how Quran operates through his personality. So we don't have him anymore, so what we should do is we should look at all the verses concerning him, and we should come to understand how to behave. So that's the first thing, the reflection of the signs of God. The second thing is ta'limun al-kitab wal-hikmah, or the passing along of information or the teaching of al-kitab wal-hikmah. Al-kitab literally is the writ, and al-hikmah is literally the wisdom. However, if we look at the context of these verses, it refers to the knowledge of the system. How is the system functioning? So the messengers, they keep passing along that information to the people, and they give wisdom on how we can derive the greatest benefit. In other words, with them as leaders, we should have great benefit in society. Obviously, if society goes down to the ground, then the message is not leading you anymore. And the final thing is وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ, tazkiyatun nafs, or not just nafs, but tazkiyah in general. So this is another role of the messenger, to give growth or development to the people. So this is another thing we should always try to measure in society. Are we being led by the message or not? So that's all we have time for today. Inshallah, we will talk more about the messengers in future episodes. Thank you for viewing QG Diaries. Bye.